our urban hit station.
Hey, you're back with me, Sherrie Dixon, on the Sherrie Dixon Show, and we are speaking about unstoppable confidence. And I have been speaking for the past 40 minutes with Esme Witbooi. She is from South Africa. She is a trainer that trains other people how to be confident, how to set your goals, and she's been giving us tips about courage, confidence, aspirations, how to get them, maintain it, and how to live an authentic life. So I need you to give us some little more tips about how to maintain it, because it's all right you saying to people, well, think it and you will become it. Think it and become it. And obviously giving us affirmations about life and, you know, what we should do. If you say it, you should mean it and you will get it. I know they tell us all those things and a lot of people read it. But how do you get there? How do you get that confidence? Do you know where I'm going with this? Because it's okay saying it. You can have and I've got a friend that's got about 5,000 books, I swear. One room is just full of books, whether it's from Marianne Van Sands to Toni Morrison to, Tony Neal. And they read these things. But I don't actually see that some people can put that into their lives if their lives are not right.
Yeah. That is so true, and I love actually your question, because the other day when I was talking about confidence, one of the coaches from the back shouted, "You just gotta fake it till you make it." Now, and I'm really talking about true confidence, really within yourself, without putting up a show, and do it for the moment, but really being unstoppable, confident in, and it lies, honestly speaking, in a way of thinking. You gotta learn to condition your mind to a different way of thinking. If you're not getting results right now in your life that you want, that's the universe telling you, something's got to change. Something's got to change.
Feel it.
Yeah,
not right.
Yeah, and feelings is a beautiful thing, because the world exists out of emotions, and your feelings tell you whether you're on track with the world or not. That's why you know when you're feeling good or when you're feeling bad. And when it comes to the true art of confidence, for me, and since all of that training since drama is, when we were little, right? We always, our teachers in school used to, make us do a little collage and build a model of ourselves, and who do you aspire to be like, and what role model, why, what are the beliefs of that role model? They believe in what makes them who they are, and what is it that you like about them? And I think when we grow older, we lose that. Somehow along the journey you lose that, and you don't aspire to modeling anymore, and you feel sometimes like you're in a rut, but you gotta have that vision. Your purpose is what you say it is. The mission you give it's the mission you give yourself, really. You really are in control of constructing, of this picture of yourself. And one of the good questions to ask yourself to start is, you gotta ask yourself, how would I like people to perceive me? And start writing that down. If I like them to perceive me as confident as this, I put my clients, on a journey of that. Write down all the things you like people to say about you, and stuff. So you construct. It's really that simple to create. Some people think that confidence lies something outside of themselves. If I do this course, I need to do a course, this, and that, I'll be more confident. If I have this car, I'll be more confident. If I have the right relationship, I'll be more confident. If I have this, it doesn't exist outside of yourself. It's all inside you, and it is a state. There's different techniques.
Materialistic things,
yes,
which is temporary confidence.
Temporarily, but I'm talking about really unstoppable confidence. It lies within yourself as a person, in the decisions, the action that you take in your moment-to-moment life. And I believe truly in the art of visualization. You gotta be able to have a vision of yourself in what you believe that is your most comfortable, resourceful state. And then you got to anchor that, and you got to reflect and keep going back to it every day. The same way people always ask, how do you maintain your confidence? How do you maintain your health? How do you maintain, staying fit? you do it on a continual basis,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Same
that's
thing
true.
with confidence,
Yeah.
you know. There's different techniques in NLP I use on myself and my clients that I give them to help them, which is, you know, the power of visualization. You know, if you cannot see a clear picture of what it is, you know, that where you're going in life, you know, it's very hard to see the road. There's a beautiful saying that always says, you know, a man in a desert, you know, a wise man, you know, without a road map in the desert, you know, won't find his destiny. But an average man with a road map will find his destiny. So that comes in with the power of visualization and knowing where it is. That outcome you gotta see clearly for yourself and future pace yourself in that outcome that you believe is, you know, what you want in life. Power visualization number 1. I've mentioned already, you know, questions, because this is the controlling tool. I cannot stress this out more, because you are having an internal dialogue with yourself running on a continuous basis. And once you become aware of that dialogue you're giving yourself, you'll be shocked how you actually disempower yourself with the things you say to yourself about yourself. And the thing is, everybody gets negative thoughts. Negative thoughts, that is number 3. I've mentioned questioning, I've mentioned the beautiful art of visualization, and the third thing I really want to mention is what's your internal dialogue. You're hosting an internal conversation with yourself on a continuous basis, and once you become aware of actually the things you say to yourself, I'm this, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I can never get this right, you know, why me, you know, yes, you know, you speak this disempowering language, and your subconscious mind is listening.
Because
It's
they're
going
affirmations, aren't they? If you're saying negative things to yourself, I'm fat, or I'm ugly, or my teeth are not nice, that's why I don't get a job. All those sorts of things. They are continued affirmations to yourself. It's like saying the same thing over and over again, so you start believing it.
You
right?
start believing it, and your subconscious mind starts to conform actions around what you say. If you say I'm stupid, right? That's, you know, according to whom? According to what? What makes you? What defines you to be stupid? You know, who has given you a description of what stupidity really is for you to say that upon yourself? So your conscious mind is going to conform actions around what you say.
But is it because, I'm using that word, I'm glad you brought that up, because stupid is a word that when I was touring in the Caribbean, I used to hear a lot of people saying that to their children. You're stupid, or you're ugly, or if they refer to somebody, the fat one over there, or the dark one over there, or, you know, whatever. People keep on tagging people with labels.
Yes.
And then after a while, you realize that those labels, people actually say those labels about themselves.
Yes.
I am the I was the fat one.
This is not for me, really. It's too big for me,
because
this project.
You believe it.
Yes. So it's what you say to yourself, and this comes really in fourthly when it comes to confidence, is the internal dialogue you say to yourself. People always say, to be confident, surround yourself with confident people. Yeah. You know, I said once, a question I asked myself is, how can I be confident all the time without needing the people to give me information all the time and bless and praise me? What if I'm in a world where that doesn't exist? I work in used to work and engage myself in environments where that didn't exist. But how do I maintain my confidence in all of this, you know, negativity? It's what you say to yourself afterwards that is going to make or break your confidence and self-esteem. That internal dialogue, that little voice in the back of your head, you really become aware of it and watch it. And once you can construct the habitual way of what you say to yourself, because people are always going to say to you negative comments. People are going to say it. You cannot live in a world where it's not
like you.
Exactly.
That's
the
first thing that you need to understand. That perhaps when you become confident or you understand that's when people don't like you.
Oh, yes, ask me about that. Then I've got to watch my internal dialogue of what I say to myself afterwards when I engage in that. And I do get that, you know, a lot. And that's where it all starts. It's what you say, because you can engage yourself in total negativity. I've been in places where the world was totally dark around me. There was nothing else to touch, to feel, or outside of myself to give it, but I had to find it within me. And nothing in life has any meaning, only the meaning you give. Nothing. Only you got to ask yourself, what meaning am I giving this situation right now that is putting me in a state of lack of confidence? And it's your internal dialogue and what you say to yourself. Negative thinking happens. Successful people get negative thoughts. Everybody gets them on the planet. But the real trick comes here of what makes some people being successful and others not. Some people being confident and others not. It's the people who stoop out, confidence out there, has learned to change the impact that negative situations has on them, taking full control out of what they say to themselves after the negative thought has entered in their head. They have managed the art of changing it around in what they say to themselves. And that is really what people really got to watch out. Be careful what you say to yourself. Be specific in your thoughts. Instead of saying, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm ugly, be specific.
Unintelligent is another one.
I'm not intelligent.
Yeah,
exactly. Ask yourself, better way of seeing it. Is like, well, instead of saying I'm stupid, you could say, wow, I'm just learning here. Yeah, exactly. I'm learning actually. I'm not, stupid. Instead of, I'm unattractive. Really, is there nothing in you that's attractive? Of course not. You gotta be more specific in your thoughts and really the true art of confidence, because negative things are going to be around you, but the only way that you're going to stoop out above the crowd and be confident is learning to watch what you say to yourself afterwards. That negative thought has happened.
That's such a brilliant point. Absolutely brilliant point. And the reason why I like that, because I always think about children. I mean, because I do confidence building as well, and sometimes in the analysis of why that person feels not happy with themselves, it's always something that a parent or family member or partner might have said to that person, either when they were a child or as an adult, with negative abuse, one should call it that.
And that's what I found in my coaching, Shirley. Very, very amazing that you actually mentioned that. It's what of the main things stopping people from moving forward or having the experience of what they define is confidence to them, limiting beliefs. Right? You grew up in a certain way, your parents, environment, all of these beliefs has conformed a certain image that you have of yourself today. And this determines how you respond and react to the world out there. Now, if certain things are not working out in your today life, those beliefs that you had, you got to change it. You got to change it around. You got to change those limiting beliefs, and you got to start writing down on a piece of paper and learn. I put my clients usually on a process of what I call the self-talk interrupt process, that whenever negative thought has come into their mind and which is sitting right on top of beliefs that is limiting them, stopping them from moving forward, really is to interrupt the pattern and then squeeze in the new empowering belief that you choose and want to believe in. And whenever that happens, you got to be aware of it, stop it, and retrain your subconscious mind to embrace a more empowering belief.
Well, just in case you've just joined me, I hope that you're gaining from this. I'm speaking to Esme Witbooi, and she's going to be speaking at the Unstoppable Confidence Workshop, which takes place as a Holiday Inn in Bloomsbury. It's on Wednesday, the 27th of April, between 6 and 9:30, and we're talking about English time, 6 to 9:30, okay? The tickets are only £15 per person, and you can gain so much information that will help you with your passion, probably towards success, about feeling better about you. You need to book a ticket. I'm going to go and listen to Esme. I'm going. And I haven't bought a ticket, but I'm going. All the W's, Sister Talk, SISTA talk.co.uk, or telephone 0845 467 1148 and book your ticket now. I'm going to take a break, play a tune, but Esme's going to stay with me, and we're going to be talking about something special in a minute, something that you need to give me your opinion on.